All right, wow.
We're celebrating already.
I don't know about you guys. I feel
Don't
well
wait till the
protected
locker
up
room.
here.
Don't wait till the locker room. Do it here.
Uh-huh.
Look at that.
Okay.
He's covered in champagne.
Super Bowl champion, and apparently Joe Burrow's not the only one that can light a stogie after a victory. Andrew Whitworth, congratulations.
Hey, I appreciate it so much.
Have a seat, please.
Yeah,
feel
you
free
worked
to
really
pull-
hard today.
on,
You
I'm
can take
tired.
my seat.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
I don't need to sit down anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, from 2006 till now, that is a long climb up the mountain. And now, I hate to ask how it feels, but I got to ask you, big man.
It's been a heck of a 4 days, I'll say you that. Between Thursday night and then this, man, it just makes you reflect on all the people that have been a part of my life and influenced me to be where I'm at, and all the people along the way that you fought and battled with. It all molds you into who you are.
Playing such a long and legendary career like you've done, did it feel a little bit more special being able to win your first Super Bowl against your former team?
There's no doubt. I mean, it's one of those things that I have a ton of love for them. I mean, 11 years there, devoting your heart and soul to the place. I mean, love Cincinnati, love the people there. But, that's sports. I mean, anytime a team kind of doubts you and you go somewhere else and then you end up year 16 playing them in the Super Bowl, man, what an inspiration. I didn't need any more to play in the Super Bowl, but that really helped out a little bit, gave me another boost.
They talk about the journey, and your journey this season was a little banged up. You were kind of in and out. Kind of how does it feel now winning this victory, going through all you went through throughout the season?
Definitely. Like I told Coach, I mean, this is the healthiest I've played the playoffs. The first snap of the playoffs, I get rolled up, and I'm like, what in the world's going on? And finally, I get that 2-week break to this and get the MCL healed up in the ankle, and felt great tonight. So it was so much fun to be out here. And, the thing about this team that I think is left out is that, you talk about Matthew Stafford, you talk about Odell Beckham, Von Miller, all these guys we've added. That also means somebody else kind of counted them out and let them go. And this team kind of had that attitude that last half of that season of like, you know what, at some point, people kind of doubted you. Now you're here. Now you have this moment. What will you do with it? And I think we rallied together and pulled together and found a way to win.
It's kind of hard to find a 40-year-old left tackle. In fact, it's a party of one in the history of this game. The only two guys older to start a Super Bowl are Tom Brady and Jerry Rice. How do you attribute yourself being able to get out there and battle guys that are 18 years younger than you?
You look at my career, I think it's, I look at guys like Joe when he came in and how smooth of a setter and just how tremendous he was at pass protection and things. He was a guy who I tried to say, all right, I'm this big kind of guy that gets everything by strength. I don't move as well as him. How can I, throughout my career, find ways to move better and to move more agile and really kind of focus on strength's never going to be an issue for me, but how can I move better? And so, to me, it's like over the years, being where I'm at, it just took a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of blessings of my body staying healthy. And you know what? Just trying to represent the position of left tackle. Just like I can't wait to watch this guy get his gold jacket pretty soon.
Well, I think you're going to get your gold jacket here in a few years, but I'm not ready to be done watching you play on the field. There was some talk earlier in the week about your coach retiring at 36 years old if he wins the Super Bowl. What was going through your mind? Like, dude, you can't retire younger than me. That doesn't make sense.
Exactly. You got here at 30. You can't walk out at 36. But, yeah, those would be conversations in the offseason to see what he's doing. But, I think that was just more his reflection of his growth, too. I mean, him and I have grown together. It's been one of those things that's been awesome for me. I've gotten a chance to be there and be a mentor to him in some ways, and then also him be my coach. And it's been a great relationship and an awesome bond. And I just think of all the off seasons we spent together, just talking about culture and ball and all the things that we thought were right and what we needed to push. And to have that moment tonight is just unbelievable.
Wait, how'd you help him grow? Because I don't think I've ever heard a player say that about him.
You don't know?
Yeah, it's just, him and I leaning on each other. There's things like you can be a young coach and be 30 years old, but he's never, truly, he comes from offensive coordinator. He's never sat really, truly in front of the room and directed the whole room. So it's about understanding, what do guys want to hear? What is the culture of the team about? And him and I just kind of saying, hey, what over your career has meant more to you as a player or less? Or what's too much? All those things that he would kind of take me and we'd go in the offseason and spend time together and think about what are the ways I can reach the players the best. Our style is totally different than other teams in the league. It's about cultivating positivity and energy and belief in yourself, and that's the attitude of our team and our culture, and we were always sitting around trying to think of better ways to do that.
I was going to say, when you first got here, I remember you jumping off sides at practice and running off the field.
Hey, whoa, we don't have to bring that stuff up.
We're talking about the culture.
I'm going to protect you. Hey,
we're talking about the culture here, right?
That's a fine right there.
We're talking about the culture, and being a vet, you didn't bark back. Right, and that was kind of the setting moment of it. And then obviously you get here, and you kind of embrace yourself in the community as well. Talk about both those things and just holding yourself accountable as a leader and helping your coach, but also taking that accountability to the community.
Yeah, I mean, when you leave somewhere after 11 years, you know
Hall of Famer right here.
Les Snead, by the way, the architect of the Rams doing his thing.
You know you're going to have to pour
go.
yourself back in. And so to me, when I got here, some of the little things I did, every single day in the offseason, my first offseason here, I sat at a different lunch table. I sat at a different group of guys. I set up things with the players to go eat and do stuff. So to me, it was like when I got here, it wasn't, hey, I walk in as this captain for 11 years from the Bengals or this guy who's accomplished a lot of stuff. I wanted to get to go know guys personally. I wanted to get to understand how they ticked and how in the world I can get their respect because they realize I really do care. So I had to pour myself all back in all over again. And to me, that was a great process, really, to learn how to humble myself and just be a part of the team and regain that leadership again.
Les, you guys went all in this off season, bringing in Matthew Stafford. Now you're standing here as a Super Bowl champion. How gratifying does that feel to see that risk that you took in the offseason pay off in year one?
You know what? I think John Madden did say right, it's the highest of high in football. And I know this, my job's easy. It's guys like Andrew and all those other guys that came in and actually climbed that mountain and got to the top tonight. So my job's easy. These guys are the ones that got to go do it.
Well, I want both of you to answer this question, Les, I want you to start. We've seen a lot of teams bring in a ton of talent, and it doesn't always work. You know, you traded a lot of high draft picks to bring in Jalen Ramsey, Matthew Stafford. You signed OBJ. You traded picks for Von Miller. Why did this particular group of men work?
It's where we were at, but again, we can talk culture all you want. There's signs on the wall, but again, it's people like Andrew, his teammates living it. So, hey, if you're considered a superstar in football, it's because you're really good at doing something on this field on Sunday nights. But to accomplish the we, you got to collaborate, you got to come together, you got to sacrifice. And each one of those men did it, and in a special way help the Robins, right? If we got a lot of Batmans, these guys help the Robins do their part.
Andrew, why do you think it worked?
I just think the right guys and the right team. I mean, you look at it, like I said, I think this is a unique environment. I think Odell said it best, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. I heard him say that it's like being at a Pro Bowl, but it's like strict at the same time, and we're locked into our work. Like it's that kind of atmosphere when we're here. We're relaxed. We have fun. It's energetic. I mean, we don't have coaches out there screaming at people. That's not allowed on our field. It's about having energy and positivity and belief that no matter what happens on one snap, the next snap's the next best one you can have. And so to us, that attitude, I think guys come in, they believe in it, and they appreciate that opportunity to be in an environment where they're encouraged to just be themselves and go out and do what they do, and that's be a superstar on the football field.
Is Les Snead looking for a new left tackle in the offseason?
Oh, that's something we'll talk about later on and figure out. And you know what? This guy's done a tremendous job, and it's been unbelievable. And it took guts to make some of the decisions he made, and he deserves this moment as much as anybody. Congratulations
to both of you, Super Bowl champions, and Andrew Whitworth. It was an amazing speech you gave at NFL Honors as you were the recipient of the Walter Payton Man of the Year.
You got to replay that one over and over. That one's worth
everybody,
every kid in America listening to that thing.
Gentlemen, congratulations. Go celebrate with your families. Well earned and well deserved.